Jonno's passing left many people puzzled. Violent father Jonno Highway met his end in EastEnders last night, losing his life following another heated clash with son Callum. Earlier this week, Jonno had resurfaced after being caught carrying out a homophobic assault on Eve Unwin. Once Callum discovered his dad was behind it, he had Jonno arrested, reigniting the long-standing animosity between them. Still, Johnny Carter believed there was hope for reconciliation, and he approached Jonno under the guise of offering legal support. The following day, Johnny arranged a sit-down between Callum and Jonno in hopes they could sort out their issues, but tensions quickly spiraled, and before long, father and son were locked in a fierce confrontation once again. During the heated clash, Jonno collapsed from a heart attack and passed away. After Jonno's sudden death, Johnny stepped in, choosing to keep Callum at a distance and warning him that the police might not look favourably on him being present at the scene. One viewer shared their frustration on X, writing, "That scene after Jonno's heart attack annoyed me. Why would Johnny push Callum away? It came across like he was guilty of something." Another fan added, "There was no reason Callum couldn't ride in the ambulance with his dad. Since Jonno died in Callum's flat, the police would already know they'd met up. Keeping him away only makes things worse for Callum." Over on Reddit, someone else commented, "Yeah, I've got to admit that felt really strange. Nothing about it looked suspicious. It's not like Callum struck him or caused the heart attack in any way." Before Jonno's body had even been taken away, Johnny and Callum gave in to a heated kiss. The two have kept their distance ever since their secret fling was exposed by Phil Mitchell, who warned Callum he could lose custody of Lexi if it continued. But is Callum ready to put everything on the line once more for Johnny? According to upcoming EastEnders spoilers, Ben Mitchell will make his way back to Walford for his dad's funeral. Ben has been allowed temporary release from prison in the UK following a recent transfer there. Will Ben uncover the truth about Johnny and Callum's rekindled romance while he's been gone? And if he does, what consequences could this have for Callum's future with Lexi? Vicky in danger. Alice Haig issues ominous warning as Joel's story comes to a head. The actor has dropped hints about what lies ahead. EastEnders star Alice Haig has teased the future of Joel Marshall's dark storyline, and it could mean serious trouble for Vicky. Joel has been central to one of the soap's most disturbing plots this year, after the teen became deeply influenced by toxic online figures and misogynistic ideas. This has placed him directly at odds with his stepmom Vicky, portrayed by Alice, who has been trying to challenge his worrying behaviour. Matters came to a head last month, when Joel warned Vicky that he would give her a proper slapping if she didn't stay out of his way. So what lies ahead for Joel and Vicky, and could things take an even darker turn? During this week's National Television Awards, Alice appeared on the red carpet alongside young star Max Murray. While reflecting on the storyline with Alex Walkinshaw, who plays Ross Marshall, Alice had nothing but praise for Max. "It simply wouldn't work without Max's talent. You need a young actor capable of carrying such a tough role. He's been incredibly brave and fearless in how he's tackled this character," Alice explained. But where exactly is this all leading? And will Vicky ever confide in Ross about Joel's chilling threat to give her a slapping? Alice gave a grim hint. Hopefully she finds the courage before it's too late. This follows comments from EastEnders executive producer Ben Wadey, who revealed the plot will reach its peak later this autumn. Alice has also suggested that Joel's arc is set to grow even darker in the coming months. Could her warning signal danger for Vicky, or perhaps someone else entirely? Next week's EastEnders spoilers reveal Joel stirring up more trouble as he makes a daring move by taking Vicky's credit card to buy tickets for a live event hosted by his favourite online influencer. Frustrated and denied permission by both Vicky and Ross, Joel decides to ignore their rules entirely, skipping school and sneaking off to attend the live podcast recording. His reckless behaviour highlights just how far he's willing to go to assert his independence, even when it puts him directly in conflict with his family. Vicky, already exhausted from trying to guide Joel through his troubling behavior, is pushed to the brink when she discovers yet another stunt orchestrated by her stepson. Overwhelmed and desperate for guidance, she turns to Julie, hoping the older woman can offer support and perhaps provide a fresh perspective on how to handle Joel's increasingly dangerous decisions. Julie approaches the situation carefully, arranging a private heart-to-heart with Joel. She attempts to appeal to his better instincts, urging him to recognize the harm in his misogynistic attitudes and toxic behavior, and encouraging him to make better choices before things spiral further out of control. But even with Julie's calm and reasoned approach, uncertainty hangs in the air. Will Joel finally listen to reason, or is he too far gone in his obsession with social media fame and rebellious streaks? His next decisions could have serious consequences, not only for himself, but for everyone around him. EastEnders hints at exit story for George amid deadly Ravi threat. He could be in grave danger. EastEnders' George Knight's digging puts him one step closer to uncovering the truth about Ravi Gulati's secret drug den next week, sparking Ravi to declare that he's ready to take George out for good. Meanwhile, Harry Mitchell is already on edge about Kojo Asare's flat being used as the hub of Ravi's narcotics ring, and with the added complication of dating George's daughter Gina, he's horrified when he learns of Ravi's lethal plan for revenge. But can Harry protect George before it's too late? Or will speaking up expose the entire drugs empire? George's meddling could end in tragedy, a source has revealed. Since Kojo's overdose, George has had his suspicions about Harry, believing he was the one who slipped his brother the pills. He's uneasy about Harry seeing Gina, and his concern over the goings-on at Kojo's flat has only grown stronger. George has been trying to let Kojo stand on his own 2 feet for months, but ever since the drug incident, the people surrounding his brother have set off major alarm bells. After failing to get straight answers from Gina about the tension he's noticed between Oki and Harry, George turns to Junior for guidance. Although his son tries to calm his fears, George's anxiety spikes when he spots Oki heading into Kojo's flat and realizes the locks have been changed. Confronting Harry and Gina, George demands to know the truth. Unsatisfied with Harry's flimsy excuse, he grabs a set of keys and storms back to the flat. The place is spotless, our source explains. Whatever George thought he would uncover, he walks away with nothing. Oki has cleared out all the evidence, leaving George embarrassed and doubting himself. But if Oki thought his clean sweep would throw George off track, he was mistaken. George insists on having his own set of keys and confides in Junior and Phil that his suspicions haven't gone away. When a rattled Oki and Harry inform Ravi that George has become a serious problem, Ravi responds with a chilling vow to deal with George once and for all. Shaken by Ravi's deadly warning, Harry scrambles to come up with a plan to shield George, enlisting Kojo in an effort to persuade the bouncer to take a break from Walford.